Hi, my name is Bill Bradley. I'm an extreme endurance athlete and motivational speaker. The topic of today's video is attack your weaknesses. I don't know, I think a lot of you are probably like me. When you go after a big goal, big dreams, you want to just keep working on your strengths, your power points, where you're powerful, where you're good. You don't want to work on the weaknesses. For me, I will train like crazy. I love to train. I don't care. I love training. I'll just do hours and hours of it. But you go like, okay, you got to really work out your sleep breaks. You got to work out how you're going to do your caffeine. You got to work out all your feeds. You got to work out all this detail stuff, and my brain just starts to spin. And I don't want to do that stuff. I just want to muscle through it. Well, I'm telling you, if I just want to muscle through everything, I've failed a lot of times because of that. This last race that I just went to in Minnesota, the Arrowhead 135, it's one of the toughest races in the world, and you run 135 miles pulling a sled with your survival gear. Well, I didn't plan out my sleep breaks. I didn't plan out my caffeine. I didn't practice my sleep deprivation, and it came back and haunted me. I was in so much better shape than whenever I'd done that race before that I didn't need to sleep the first night. So you know what? I didn't. And that was not smart, because when it hit morning, I was really out of it. I had problems with my Camelback, with the tip coming off and water splashing all over me in Minnesota. Not a good idea. And I couldn't get it back on because I was too delirious. And then I went the wrong way on the trail. I just started walking backwards, back the way I'd come on the trail, just out of it, because I hadn't figured out my sleep breaks. Or if I'm not going to sleep, then I better work on what my caffeine's going to be, how I'm going to do the caffeine, practice the caffeine, how I'm going to do that, or practice sleep deprivation. My friend Brenda practices, she's one of the top 100-mile runners in the world for women, and she practices her sleep deprivation. Have you ever practiced sleep deprivation? You got to start running at midnight or so and run till morning. And it makes you feel weird, like hungover. It's not an easy thing to want to practice, especially if you got to be functionable the next day. But you know what? These are the things that when I go to Arrowhead the next time, that small stuff, like all that, is going to be worked out. I'm going to have every detail down. And if I'm strong enough, I'm still trying to figure out the sleep, exactly what I'm going to do. But it's either I got my caffeine down to where I can go through the whole night and into the next night and then sleep, or I'm going to plan a sleep break that first night, because I can't be stumbling around delirious in the morning and losing time and getting turned around on the trail and going backwards. That's not a good way to finish. Anyway, so you got to look at the details. You got to look at the small stuff. You can't just muscle the big stuff in life. You can't just go after the big things that you're good at. You got to go at the little things that maybe you're not as good at. And that's what I'm going after. So next year, when I hit there, I'm going to have the sleep down. I'm going to be great at sleep deprivation. I'm going to have the caffeine down. And you know what's going to happen after that? I'm going to finish on my 7th try. Anyway, if you want to contact me, email me at epicbillbradley@gmail.com. Thank you.